Hi everyone, I am Jason Raj, son of Edward, and my metric number will be 01DDT19F2081. This video is made for DFS 50113 Security Audit. So, in this video, I am going to present on steps to audit web application. As a senior security officer, I could like to show uh, some steps to audit web applications for the new audit new security auditors. Let's start with the step one. So step one, review the web applications. Review web applications. So what is review web applications? You can come up with a strategy to solve all the potential security vulnerabilities, perform performing botnets and other issues that might occur from a program that have been negotiated for a longer time if you understand that components. So, review the application is divided into three parts, uh, which is third-party libraries, database, and architecture. So, which section, database, architecture, and third-party libraries we need to review when it comes for review of web application. The second step will be access security. So access security, there are a lot of access security. Some of the access security that I could like to pinpoint are broken access control, broken authorization, security misconfiguration, cross-site scripting, insufficient of login and monitoring. So these five have its own uh, key points which all comes under access security. For example, security misconfig. Security misconfig uh, can happen at any level of web application, and can cause variety of issues. Like a server might still have a default user account, enable unprotected files and destinaries, which uh, can make the hackers or outsiders to gain access to the server and steal informations. So that's why we need to do access security, which are the step two. So following to the step three. Step three will be check completeness. The next con- uh, this step is to conclude a completeness check to identify what may go wrong if everything is updated. So complexities are divided into two parts, which are language and dependency. So language complexity, the, it it is how an upgrade in the web application programming language or framework will impact its functionality. So it's known as language complexity, and the next dependency, it relates to whether or not specified third-party dependencies are compatible with a different version of underlying programming language or framework. So it uh, what it telling to us are, for example, if you upgrade the programming language or framework, you need to make sure all dependencies are working properly, and the web application will still function. So that's what it's all about, dependency compatibility. So the next step will be run a security scan. Step 4 will be run a security scan. So we need to perform a security scan on a website. It will look for known malware, blocklist status, website issues, and out of date software on the particular website. It also gives information on performance, complexities, error rates, and other issues that may use to drive to the upgrade process. So we need to do a security scan. It's very important, as it will give us many data which can be used to solve many issues, and we can come up with many solutions. Next will be step 5, which will be compile suggestions, and this will be the last step for the last step for security audit of web application. Compile suggestions. For example, when we run a security scan before this in step 4, we will get that those faults, all those problems. So by using that, we can come up with suggestions, which will be the last step. So making suggestion is based on the areas of the audit is the final phrase. This recommendation will eventually serve as the guide for upgrading and bringing the web application up to date. Developers can also use this guideline as a guide for applying their fixes. So as I told, once we do our step 4 security scan, we will get to know what are those problems, all those stuff. So once we get to know those things, the final step will be compile suggestion. So based on the problems, we can come up with the recommendations which can solve those problems, and we can actually come with more recommendation for futures too. So that's all from me. I hope uh, I hope the steps of security audit for web application is clear for everyone. Thank you for listening and watching this video. Thank you.